Hello everyone, it's me Colin from the ASCA League channel, and we are here at Atlanta for the second race of the Copperhead Amateur Series season, and we got qualifying today, and we're going to see the drivers CCM lining up on pit road, all the part-timers. Now, before I start this race, I want to get one thing straight. These part-timers are not running for the Copperhead Amateur Series championship, it's only the full-timers. There was a bit of confusion, and I just want to apologize for anyone affected by this. Um, I tried to make that as clear as I could, but obviously it didn't get through to some people. I extremely am sorry if you thought you were running for the chase, even if you were a part-time driver, but that's the way it was. I meant for there to be 18 drivers running to get in, and well, I'm sorry if that's not what happened, but um, I just wanted to talk about that now because I feel like I really hurt some people, but everything should be clear now, and we're looking at some qualifying here. So these drivers coming after a very, very tough incident at Daytona, the most devastating accident we've ever seen in any of the ASC League's races, and happened to come in the first ever Copperhead Amateur Series race. Amateur is right, as some drivers really didn't know how to make their way through the wreck as well as they should have. See Zach Kamoski first driver off, the number 1 Peak Chevy, looking to make a strong run here, trying to make his second race. Kamoski only scheduled to run the races that are double headers. I believe there are 6 this year, and double headers meaning that both the Copperhead Amateur Series and the Pennzoil Pro Series are running the same track in the same week. If that's not the case, you will not see Pennzoil Pro Series drivers running in the Copperhead Amateur Series. And obviously we haven't had a situation like that, but we will see them coming up in the future. As you see Zach Kamoski there, we got 2 other drivers here running side by side. Not what you want to do in a qualifying run. This is Ben Gerhardt, now unsponsored. However, Intersagal Grand will be sponsoring the 28 car, as that was announced this week. However, which races we are unsure of, but this race is not going to happen, as the 28 car is unsponsored going into this. See the 5 car on the inside, that is not run by Nicholas Samudia this week. That's actually Cole Baker in the ride. For some reason, he can't get around Ben Gerhardt. However, Cole Baker actually not running a bad lap right there in third. Now you can tell who's running the 5 car by the front decal logo. And Cole's is a little bit smaller Astro with a bit of backdrop, a little gray in the back. Nicholas Samudio, like we saw last week, has a giant A for Astro, and the regular driver, Cam Gaudu, who we haven't even seen yet, will be running just the regular Astro logo. So that's how you identify who's driving the car. You see back here, Ryan Dunn getting the quickest lap. I think he's catching these guys' drafts as they're battling side by side. Ooh, Webster Zygarde up to the top now. Kyle Collins was in this ride last week, however, now it's Ryan Dunn. And those 2 drivers from Old Spice Motorsports in the Pennzoil Pro Series will be alternating in that ride. See back here, John Arndt in the unsponsored scheme. Zaxby's only on for a part of the season. And Aiden Thomas, 2 Aidens in the field, excuse me. The same Walmart scheme for the 60 car. Max Stein driving the 25 this week, trying to qualify that car. One of the Double T Motorsports entries. And this 25 car running the Subway scheme, as driver Callum Wood ran the Ray Besto scheme last week. Here's Cody Smart. Glad to see he's alright after that vicious accident last week. However, he's back this time with his own team, driving the 88 car. Behind him, this is not Kieran Pangborn, this is Michael Krister. Krister, one of the drivers that will be sharing that 77 ride. Unsponsored this week, as the Florida Lottery sponsor was only a one-time deal situation, so the 77 is still looking for some sponsorship. This is Samantha Jones in the 52 car this week. AJ Davidson drove it last week. Samantha looking to make a name for herself after only running 1 race in the Pennzoil Pro Series, dropping out, and then returning back again, trying to run the Copperhead Amateur Series part-time. If you remember, that was Watkins Glen in Season 1. But here we see our fastest driver, the 12 car of Webster Zygarde, PNG on the hood. Pretty much identical to what the car looked like last year. And I guess they just took the scheme down. to the Confidential Series for the 12 car. So you see Huflung Poo trying to make his way into the field, as well as Aiden Milliken in the 93 car. That's the other Aiden. Carson Bowers, another one of the Malley Motorsports cars you see back there in the Zach Toyota. Some cars going down to the pits, possibly trying to top off with fuel and get some fresh tires on there. See Kevin Ulrich in the 90 car. Now Kevin, one of the drivers that will be sharing this 90 car. A lot of drivers actually dropping down because they did not find rides. Sharing that 90 car will also be Ethan McDowell. Dropped from Global Autosports last year. Go Racing in the 92 car has Giovanni Barraza, David Barraza, and Andrew Jordan, all retired PPS drivers. Giovanni Barraza getting Gree as a sponsor only because of the charity race. Lucky for him. Tanya Breyer back here, back to being unsponsored since Fresh from Florida was also a one-time deal. The Axis Ford of Julio Caesar looking to have another good start. And as well, how about this? The 6 car of James Richardson trying to make his debut. He's currently third quickest, Looking very strong in that number 6 car. And Julio Caesar you see running in 4. Cody Smart 5th. Max Stein 6th. Carson Bowers 7th. Aiden Milliken 8th. John Arndt 9th. And Aiden Milliken 9th. Aiden Milliken 10th. And Aiden Thomas 8th. I've not had a problem with those 2 drivers yet, but suddenly at Atlanta it's happened. We got 3 minutes left. We see Mackenzie Rustin running the 29th back here this week. Jose Viquez in the 32 car. We see Ben Gerhardt. That's actually Ryan Shelton back there in the 24 car. Driving that car for this week. So as we look down, who is outside the cut here? We see Michael Krister just outside the cut. Can he make a comeback like Kieran Pangboard did at the 500? You have to see Ben Gerhardt trying to make his way in. He was the last car out at Daytona. He could be the second to last car out here at Atlanta. Cole Baker doesn't look like he's going to make it. Dylan Membrilla, where is he? There's Dylan Membrilla. Membrilla, sponsored by Georgia University this week. After his impressive run at Daytona. However, right now as things stand, it does not look like he is going to make the show, which is not going to please his sponsors. However, he had such a great run at Daytona, you'd think he would be doing good. However, it looks like he actually has mechanical issues in that box. However, it looks like he's going to try to get out. However, they're reporting the car is slow, so definitely a tough break for the 55 car. Maybe he can get in the draft, though, and maybe pick up some speed, but we don't know yet. See Zach Komoski out, Giovanni Barraza out, Mackenzie Rustin out. Factor any Davidson Motorsports cars in the field. I do not believe so, so it's going to be another heartbreak for Davidson Motorsports if they can't get any of their drivers in the field. Last on the grid is Tanya Breyer, who was part of the big wreck, part of the cause of the big wreck, along with her teammate Patrick Curtis. A lot of people not liking Rick Witt Racing after the race because just of that little flaw. Definitely tore up a lot of race cars that race. Hope to see a cleaner race this week because it definitely damaged a lot of teams' profit income after that one. But it looks like not much has actually happened to the top here. Actually, yeah, I believe Ryan Shelton actually has made it in 6th there. Yeah, that's who it is. So with 30 seconds left, Ryan Shelton, the unsponsored 24 machine, is actually in the field. Might have skipped over Shelton. Looks like Zygarde's done with his run. Oh, Membrilla! He's in! Dylan Membrilla! Problems on the car. That is not true at all. Or actually, they might have fixed it on pit road. He is up to 4th. And that's what you call a comeback. And we're complete now. John Arndt just got knocked out, so the unsponsored 05 car will not make the race. Excuse that. So there is your field, and I believe that will be it. So that is your grid. The top 10 make it in. 11th through 23rd do not. So Webster Zygarde, Ryan Dunn, James Richardson, Dylan Membrilla, Julio Caesar, Cody Smart, Ryan Shelton, Matt Stein, Carson Bowers, and Aiden Thomas are your top 10 that make it in. John Arndt, Aiden Milliken, Michael Krister, Cole Baker, Ben Gerhardt, Jose Vaquez, Mackenzie Rustin, Uflung Poo, Zach Komoski, Giovanni Barraza, Samantha Jones, Kevin Ulrich, and Tanya Breyer are all going to be sending their haulers home, calling it a night, as they will not be racing at cars. We're not getting to our cars just yet, but they're not going to be able to race at Atlanta. So, thanks everyone for tuning in to the qualifying race of Atlanta. The ASC League will see you next race for the Copyright Amateur Series race at Atlanta. Probably will be posted sometime in the next 3 days. Been really busy, sorry about that guys, but a lot of things have gotten in the way. Hope you can understand and expect the race up soon. I'm not giving up this series that easily, so thank you all so much for watching. See you next week.